I've been a 911 operator for 12 years. I've handled thousands of calls, murders, accidents, medical emergencies. I thought I'd heard everything. Until last Tuesday, I was working the overnight shift, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's usually quieter than day shift, but you still get calls. Domestic disputes, bar fights, the occasional drunk driver. At 4:17 a.m., my screen lit up with an incoming call. I answered using my standard greeting. 911, what's your emergency? Silence. Not uncommon. Sometimes people panic, can't speak. I waited, listening for background noise that might indicate the situation. Then I heard breathing, slow, steady. Hello? Can you hear me? What's your emergency? The breathing continued. No response. I checked my screen for the callback number. Sometimes that helps identify the location even if the caller won't speak. My heart stopped. The number on my screen was my personal cell phone number. I looked down at my phone sitting on my desk next to my keyboard. Screen dark, not in use. I picked it up. No active call, no outgoing calls in the log, but the 911 system showed an active call from my number. This isn't funny, I said into my headset. Who is this? The breathing stopped, then a voice, my voice. Help me. I felt cold. What? Help me, please. It was my voice, my exact voice. Same tone, same pitch, like listening to a recording of myself. Who are you? I'm you. And I need help. I looked around the dispatch center, 2 other operators on duty, both focused on their own calls. Nobody was watching me. This is a prank call. I'm disconnecting. Don't. The voice, my voice became urgent. Please, you have to listen. How are you doing this? I don't have time to explain. You're in danger right now at the dispatch center. I glanced at the security monitors. Empty hallways, locked doors, everything normal. There's nothing wrong here. No, check camera 7. Camera 7 monitors the back parking lot. I pulled it up on my secondary screen. The lot was empty except for our cars. Mine included. Wait, there was someone sitting in my car. I zoomed in. The image was grainy, but I could make out a figure in the driver's seat, just sitting there, motionless. Who is that? I asked. That's me, the real me. I need you to call the police. Send them to the parking lot, right now. You're calling from my car? No. I'm calling from somewhere else, somewhere I can't explain. But that person in your car, they're not me. They're not you. Do you understand? I didn't understand. None of this made sense. If you're me, prove it. Your mother's maiden name is Torres. You have a scar on your left knee from falling off your bike when you were 9. Your first pet was a cat named Whiskers. You're terrified of deep water because you almost drowned at summer camp when you were 12. I never told anyone about the summer camp incident, not even my family. How do you know that? Because I'm you, and you need to trust me. The person in your car is waiting for you. When your shift ends, you're going to walk out to the parking lot, and they're going to be there, and something terrible is going to happen. What happens? I don't know. I wake up here, wherever here is, and I have one chance to call and warn you. This is that chance. My hands were shaking. This doesn't make sense. I know, but you have to believe me. Send the police. Get that person out of your car. Don't go outside alone. I made a decision. I put the call on hold and radioed for a patrol unit to check the parking lot. Possible suspicious person. 2 officers arrived within 5 minutes. I watched on camera 7 as they approached my car. The figure didn't move. The officers opened the driver's side door. The person inside looked up at them. I couldn't see the face clearly, but they appeared calm. They stepped out of the car slowly, hands visible. The officers talked to them, checked identification. The whole interaction lasted about 3 minutes. Then they let the person go. They walked away. Off camera. Gone. The officers radioed back. False alarm. Just someone who got confused, thought it was their car. No threat. I unmuted the 911 call. They let them go. I know. My voice on the other end sounded resigned. It doesn't work. I've tried. They always let them go. What do you mean you've tried? This is the 7th time I've called. 7th? Every time I warn you. Every time you send the police. Every time they let the person go. And every time, at the end of your shift, you walk out to your car, and I wake up here again, and I try again. My mind was reeling. You're saying this has happened before? Multiple times. 7 times. This is the 7th loop. Or the 7th time I've been able to call. I don't know which. What happens when I go to my car? I don't remember. It goes dark. Then I'm here, and I have to try again. Where is here? I think it's the parking lot. But it's wrong. Everything is wrong. It's dark and there's no sound, and I can feel something watching me. I can't see my body. I can only call. That's all I can do. I felt sick. How do I stop this? I don't know. I've tried warning you not to go outside. But you always do. You always think you're being careful. You check the lot. You have your keys ready. But something happens, and then I'm here again. What if I just don't go to my car? What if I stay inside? Then it comes inside. What comes inside? I don't know. I've never seen it. But on the 6th loop, I tried staying in the dispatch center. I locked myself in the bathroom. I waited until morning, but it found me anyway. And then darkness. And then I'm here again. I looked at the clock. 5:43 a.m. My shift ended at 10, 4 hours. Tell me what to do. I don't know. My voice on the phone sounded desperate. I've tried everything. Police, staying inside, leaving early, calling in sick. Nothing works. It always finds a way. There has to be something. Wait. Silence. What? This is different. What's different? The call. It's lasting longer. Usually it cuts off after 3 minutes. We're at 6 minutes now. Why would that matter? Because maybe we're changing something. Maybe talking longer means something different happens. I grip my headset. Okay, keep talking. Tell me everything. The person in your car. I think they're you. Another version, but wrong. Corrupted somehow. They look like you, sound like you, but there's something off. The officers don't notice because identification checks out. But if you look closely, the eyes are wrong. Wrong how? Empty. Like looking at a mask. I felt cold. 7 loops ago, I was you sitting at that desk. I didn't get the call. I finished my shift, went to my car, and something happened. Next thing I know, I'm in this dark place, and I can call, but only once per loop. Each time I try something different, each time it fails. What if we're not supposed to stop it? What if we're supposed to understand it? Understand what? Why it's happening. Silence on the line. Then, I remember something. What? A call 2 weeks ago. A woman screaming. She said someone was in her house. Someone who looked exactly like her. I sent police. They found her alone. No signs of intrusion. They thought she was having a mental health crisis. I searched my call log. 2 weeks ago, there it was. 4:22 a.m. Female caller reporting an intruder, matching her description. I remember that call. Did you follow up? No. It was coded as unfounded. What was the address? I read it off. That's 3 blocks from the dispatch center. My blood ran cold. I think it's spreading, my voice said on the phone. I think whatever happened to her is happening to you, to us. How do we stop it? The call is at 9 minutes now. That's the longest I've ever maintained contact. Maybe that's the key. Maybe if we stay connected, it can't complete the loop. What happens at the end of my shift if we're still on the call? I don't know. We've never made it that far. I looked at the clock. 5:58 a.m. 4 hours and 2 minutes until my shift ended. Stay on the line, I said. Don't disconnect, no matter what. I won't. We stayed connected. I continued taking other calls on my other line, but I kept the connection to my own number active. We talked between my other calls, sharing memories, trying to find something that might explain this. At 9:45 a.m., 15 minutes before my shift ended, the voice said, "Something's wrong." What? I can feel it. It knows we're still connected. It's angry. What's it doing? Coming closer. I can feel it in the dark. It's right next to me now. Hold on. Just 15 more minutes. I don't think I have 15 minutes. The lights in the dispatch center flickered. My supervisor looked up. Power surge? They flickered again. On my screen, camera 7 showing the parking lot glitched. Static, then cleared. The figure was back in my car. But this time, they were looking directly at the camera, at me. "It's here," the voice on the phone said. "It's right here. I can't." The line went dead. Not disconnected. Dead. Complete silence. I looked at my screen. The call timer had stopped at 42 minutes. The figure in my car opened the door and stepped out. They walked toward the building, toward the employee entrance. I watched on the cameras as they approached the door. Used a key card. My key card. The door unlocked. They were inside. I stood up. "We need to evacuate right now." My supervisor looked at me. "What's wrong?" "There's an intruder in the building." "Where?" I pointed at the monitor. The figure was walking down the hallway, heading toward the dispatch center. My supervisor radioed security. "Possible unauthorized person in corridor B." Security responded immediately. I watched them intercept the figure. Brief conversation. Checking of identification. Then they let them pass. "False alarm," security radioed back. "It's just Sarah heading home early." My name is Sarah. I looked down at myself. I was still here, still at my desk. The figure appeared in the doorway of the dispatch center. They looked exactly like me. My supervisor smiled. "Oh, Sarah, I thought you already left." "I did," the figure said with my voice. "I forgot something." They walked toward my desk. I stood up. "I'm right here." My supervisor looked confused. "What?" She couldn't see me. The figure sat down at my desk, put on my headset, looked at my screens. I screamed. No one reacted. I reached out to grab my supervisor's arm. My hand passed through her. The figure at my desk looked up, directly at me, and smiled. Then darkness. And now I'm here, in the dark place, where I can only call, once per loop. I'm calling you right now, the me at the desk. Please answer. Please believe me, because it's coming for you too.